Process of change in attitude. There are broadly two processes of change in attitude. First is persuasion. Persuasion influences us from outside, and the second is cognitive and dissonance influence us from within. Changing attitude through persuasion. Changing attitude through persuasion is a difficult task. Our ability to resist persuasion is considerable due to the three factors. First is reactance, second is forewarning, and the third is selective avoidance. Reactance refers to the negative reaction we experience whenever we feel that someone is trying to limit our personal freedom. Second, forewarning. Forewarning refers to the tendency of building counter arguments against the persuasive arguments. And the third is selective evidence, which refers to the tendency to direct our attention away from information that challenges our existing attitudes. Now, we read about that the persuasion is a fact of modern life. Every day we are exposed to countless attempts at persuasion. Persuasion is effort to change attitudes through various types of communication such as advertisement or speeches. We shall examine issues like factors those influence success of persuasion efforts and the extent to which such efforts are effective. There are two approaches of analyzing effect of persuasion on attitudes. First is traditional approach, second is cognitive approach. Traditional approach. According to this approach, there are three elements of persuasion. First is source, means the communicator or sender. Second is message, means message or communications, and the third is target, means the audience and the receiver. This approach focused on a basic question: who say what, to whom, and with what effect. Second is the cognitive approach. Cognitive approach refers to related to thinking. This approach explains what do people think about when exposed to persuasive appeals. It provides insight for choosing message in advertisement for different types of products on the basis of two functions. First is utilitarian functions, and the second is social identity function. Utilitarian function is saying that you buy the product and use the product when you need it, and the second is social identity function is to buy the product and use them to boost the personal image of the users. Second point is it explains why are people in a good mood easier to influence. It also explains the relation between the individual's differences and its influences on persuasion on the basis of personality, like high in self-monitoring and low in self-monitoring. High in self-monitoring people are give positive impressions and they are interested to persuasion. Other side, low in self-monitoring peoples are doing less impact and they have negative impressions and they are less interested in persuasion. Next point is there are two theoretical models on persuasions. They are elaboration likelihood model ELM. ELM explains there are two distinct routes of persuasion on the basis of importance. First is central route. Central route refers that we focus on message with attention due to its importance, and the degree of attitude change depends on the quality of arguments. On the other side, peripheral route, in which we focus less important message and degree of attitude depends on the expertization of the communicator. Second model is heuristic model of persuasion, which is based on the quality of arguments. This model deals in one question: when individuals overhear the reactions of an audience to a persuasive message, does this influence the extent to which they too are persuaded? Studies on this model suggested that audience reaction would be influential when the individuals in the question had little involvement in this issue. In the contrast, when the issue is important to the person involved, audience reaction would make little differences. In this case, systematic processing would occur and persuasion would depend on the quality of arguments.